Success, they say, is 80% psychology and 20% your skill. It then goes to say that it is really not what you know that makes you succeed. It is what you are ready to do, how far you want to go, how far you want to deploy your skill to serve the world that makes you succeed. Hi, my name is Afghan. I'm the director of the Afghan Coaching Academy. Here, we train, we coach, and mentor people to use their skills, to develop their skills, and communicate to the world in order to make that significant progress and improvement in their lives. Our job is to make you succeed using communication as a tool. We've been training lots of people for so many years now, and we've had fantastic results. We can do that for you. Today, I want to talk about the role of psychology in language learning. Why do you need to sharpen your psychological state? In my last video, I talked about you defining your why. Before you start learning a language, example French, you need to define why you want to learn it. What is the main reason? Why do you want to learn it? Because that will help you to fight. When the chips are down, you will now muster the energy, the force to continue. If your why is clear, you can do anything. In fact, you can, because it's going to be difficult, right? Because learning a foreign language, a new language, it's not easy. At the beginning, it might look easy, but by the time you start walking more deeper into the language, you will begin to discover the difficulties in the language. I'm not saying it's impossible. It is possible to surmount them, but you need to have a lot of energy behind you. So if you know your psychological state, then you can, when it's going to be difficult, you can continue. It's easier to continue when the energy is high. If the energy is low, the slightest difficulty that comes your way, you back up and say, hey, I can't continue this. Everything good comes with a price. Are you ready to pay the price? So knowing your psychological state is very important because you need a lot of confidence to speak a foreign language, loads of confidence. Speaking a foreign language is not easy because it involves your psychological state, your emotional state, your physical state. And your physical state determines largely your emotional state. If you're weak, if you are dull, if you're not the type that moves, how would you learn something that is a bit difficult? You see, you need to psych yourself up in order to make that push, in order to continue when it is difficult or when it becomes more difficult. Everything is possible if you give yourself the power to do it. But nothing is impossible, nothing is possible if you don't give yourself the energy to do it. And so that's the reason why you need to ginger yourself to continue. And so what we do in our training program is, first of all, knowing that it is very difficult, but not impossible. We train you to master the language. We'll give you the space, the platform to perform, because it's all about performance. Language is all about performance. You see, people learn languages thinking it's only, just using their heads or their brain to pack a lot of information in their brain. It's a physical activity as well. It's a physical activity, meaning that if you don't practice, you don't improve. You can learn anything. You can read as much as you can. But if you do not practice, if you do not test yourself in the field, then when the chips are down, you might not be able to perform. And that is why we put tests. We test you, we practice with you, we show you how to perform so that when the occasion comes up, you will just do it because you've been doing it. So we train you, we give you spaces to perform, to train yourself, and then finally we motivate you because we know we need a lot of motivation to perform. You need a lot of motivation to do the job so that when people, when you find it difficult to do something, you muster the energy, the confidence to do it. Because we discovered over time that you need a lot of personal confidence to speak a foreign language. And that is why psychology is very important in any language learning process. So we teach you, we train you, we give you spaces to perform, and eventually we motivate you to do it. Go for it. And so this is a complete program. Why don't you contact us today and let us help you? Because we know that psychology will help you jump over and speak French with relative ease. À bientôt. Au revoir.